Hey everybody, this is Zoom360 here on the go, and it is the 1st of August, and today is the first day of my 15-day vacation. So I've chosen to take 15 days off in August, and I'll be taking another 16 days off in September. I think those are well deserved because for the last 5 months I've been working really hard, and I think I need this time to decompress. So it came to mind, you know what, let's do a road trip. Now this is gonna be quite a trip. I think it's gonna be about 1,600 miles one way. We are going from right here, which is my apartment in Colorado Springs, to Sandusky, Ohio. And what's there, you ask? Cedar Point. Now, Cedar Point is not per se the reason why I'm going up there. It's just that there's a lot of stops that I'm making on the way, seeing friends and, you know, seeing certain places and then, you know, vlogging and stuff like that. But Cedar Point is going to be the turnaround, and Cedar Point to me, it's the #1 amusement park in America. I mean, this place is awesome. The kid in me just loves it, and I'm trying to do it where it's like an annual thing as long as I'm in the country. So yeah, so we are gonna crawl our way to Sandusky, Ohio, and turn around and come back here. So I thought, let's do it the Zoom360 on the go way and take you along for the ride. So yeah, let's go. All right, getting ready to start. Oop, the leveler warning is on. To be honest though, I can't be mad because this is the first time I've had this warning in 17 years, so not bad. We are going to go from here to Junction City. I think that's in Kansas. That's gonna be the halfway point. I'm on my way back to where I came from, St. Robert, Missouri, because I have a class to teach there. So, and while we are there, I have 2 things that I wanted to do that somehow I didn't get to do while I lived there. So we are gonna do it once we get I had to fix my front plate because it was getting loose. I don't want to lose my front plate, so now it's fixed. Just to give you an idea of how far behind schedule I am, I have to be in St. Robert tomorrow, I'd say by 3, but no later than 6 p.m. And it's 5:30. I have to drive to Junction City, Kansas, because that's the planned halfway point, and it's 6 hours and 40 minutes away. It's 5:30. I should have been gone this morning, but I had to come into work and do some things and make sure that things are as good as they possibly could be before I left. So yeah, so I'm going to be driving rather spiritedly, and while I'm driving, again, let's do a Zoom thought. Let's talk about suicides. miles away from Interstate 70. We are taking it again, going east this time, towards the east, and we are approaching the wind farm. One thing I have to say about this state, it's beautiful. I just love the green. We are coming up on the wind farms and all that stuff, and I'm choosing to slow down a little bit. Though I always drive the speed limit, and I encourage everybody to do so, safety first. But I'm gonna slow down a little bit to talk about something I've noticed lately. Suicides. I notice these days that, you know, suicide now, it's a thing. It's an option now. More and more people are doing it. Because I remember as a kid, like, you know, growing up in my home country and, you know, visiting here too, like, you know, suicides happened, but it was one of those things that it was like something out of the blue, and it's like, what I'm just seeing lately, like, you know, suicide, it's a thing now. But these days it's like, you know, people, and especially the youth, it's like they kill themselves over what I think to be like very silly things, like if somebody is, like, you know, bullying you or online or something like that, and then they just, like, you know, check out. And I'm like, seriously? I guess, I don't know if it's because that, you know, children are not being raised to be resilient as my generation was raised to be, and my father's generation and prior. It's like some of the things I'm hearing that people are, like, you know, killing themselves over is just so ridiculous, you know? I don't know. I just think that it's just weird, and I just don't understand why that you know, suicide now is an option. Now I remember, like, we have this expression that, or this feeling like if you do something that's, like, you know, super embarrassing, or if you do something that's kind of crazy, and you know, you feel for that moment that you wish that you didn't exist, you know. I mean, that was just what it was. It was a wish. But nowadays, people just, for the slightest of things, like, they commit suicide. It's like they check out, and it's like, I really don't understand why that is. But I guess it's just, they just don't build folks for it tough anymore. I guess that's what it is. All right, we're doing good timing. Well, we're doing good as far as time. I mean, it didn't take me long to get to I-70. We're about 5 miles away from it, and it's because I remember it being a lot longer last time, because I was driving, and I still couldn't get to Colorado Springs from the highway. But we got here pretty quickly. But then again, I'm driving spiritedly. I'm still going over the speed limit, but I'm driving with a purpose. So, well, there it is, the American Autobahn. Not just kidding. Interstate 70. Oh man, look like, I think I'm gonna have to, oh God, I'm gonna have to, that was a big dip. I'm gonna have to stop prior to Junction City, because it's gonna be like midnight by the time I get there. But we'll see. I love road trips. Road trips to me is my therapy. Just me, the car, and the road. Now, I just saw a strike of, just saw some lightning just now. That's not good. It looks like it's raining in the far distance, which is not good because the front of the car is taped. If it rains too much, that stuff's gonna come off. So I hope the storm stays over there somewhere and out of my way. So we need to make good time. Good time. Now, to continue with my thoughts on what's happening with the suicides, there's something else that I've noticed. I've noticed that, especially with the newer generation, is that these people are being sheltered way too much. Like these days, everybody is totally about their feelings. I feel. No one says I think anymore. Now it's like, well, I feel you're doing this. I feel you that. You feel feelings. Everybody is about their feelings. And I think this might have something to do with that. Because I don't think it's a coincidence that the rate of suicide is going up. Now, I'm sure there are other reasons with that, but I think that we have become a very sensitive society these days. It's like you can't even tell people the truth anymore because you're like afraid that you're gonna hurt their feelings and they'll go home and then, you know, do something crazy. And I think I know what needs to happen. At the very least, one of the things that need to happen, and I'm gonna share that with you just a little bit later. Oh no, it's starting to rain. The tape. Oh well, we need to make good timing, so let's do it. Oh, there it is. Here comes the rain. The road is already wet. I see water splashing. In the distance. Water is splashing behind me. Look like I'm heading straight for it with tape in front of the car. Oh, that's awesome. That's just prime. Alright, slight change in plans. Instead of staying at Junction City, Kansas, I'm going to be staying at Hays, Kansas, which is a little bit closer. It's about 100 miles from here, because if I try to get to Junction City, it'll be like 1 a.m. in the morning. I kind of need a good sleep over the night. But one thing about road trips, especially during the summer, it's just how much Suki kills bugs. Look at that. Look at that. See all that right there? That is what remains of once bugs, I guess. What used to be bugs at some point. So, it's what we do. We kill bugs. one thing that we also do during road trips is we just drink gas. So it stops for me to fuel up. So I don't think it's gonna cost that much. Maybe, I don't know, 40 bucks, 50 bucks maybe. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Put it in my hand. I know you want to. Sometime today. Sometime today. Or not. Is this thing teasing me? Oh, it was it. Oh man, it just barely comes out, huh? Thanks. All right, it's time for a little food vlogging a little bit. I'm somewhere in Kansas, about 100 miles away from Hayes, on a road trip. Suki is over there. She's working hard for us, as usual. Now, I've gotten something here which is really not good, but it tastes so good though. I couldn't help myself. Oh man, this is so unhealthy. These kinds of cupcakes, those are the only one from Hostess I like. The one with the black, with the brown top and with the yellow bottoms. Oh, those taste so good, but it's not the best choice in terms of healthy eating. But I couldn't help myself. But guys, if you can try to resist eating those. Now, however, this I think is not that bad of a choice. Some wings, and they didn't have any ranch. Unbelievable, but this will do. Oh my gosh, the wings are fantastic. I mean, and now, jeez Louise. No choice, I have to have it. I haven't had it for so long too, so. The car looks so awesome. All right, look like I'm about done resting, so I'm gonna hop back in the car and drive another 100 miles, and we should be in Hayes. And I think I'm gonna find a hotel to stay in, and then go to sleep and edit the vlog, and post that. And yeah, that should wrap up day one. And then and I'm going to also finish my thoughts about suicides. So I don't know what the solution would be, except the only thing I could think of is, like, parents. I mean, those kids, when they're born, they are like an empty canvas, right? And it's up to you to start painting on that canvas. Now, I'm sure that there are, like, certain exceptions where that some kids are just, I don't know, or very feely, I guess, weak, you could say. But let your kids not enjoy, but go through the roughness of life, because that might shape their character, make them a lot stronger. I mean, because especially with the new generation, I mean, those kids are just weak. They can't take. Oh, yeah, this thing is gonna fly over here and probably bite me. I'm not sure, but yeah, but the only way I think that this can be fixed is, like, through the parents. I mean, it's up to you guys. You guys are some of the most powerful people on earth. You are, because you are raising the next generation. So I advise that, I don't know, do something, but raise your children to be a lot more like, tougher, because kids are harming themselves, like, killing themselves over things I think that they can live through. And it's just like it's like an option now. You could just, things aren't going a certain way for you, and I'm just gonna kill myself. It's like, really? Because even in my line of work, I see that a lot more now compared to when I first started my line of work. So I mean, it's a brave new world where that, like, people just take suicide and like it's an option or something. But this might sound very cliche, but there's so much to enjoy in life. So if that happens to be you, if you are like, thinking about that, I advise that you get a hobby or find out what's good about life and surround yourself with the right people. There's absolutely no viable reason for you to try to kill yourself. Yeah, so I kind of wanted just to share this because I just been noticing this trend. It's like, it's insane. But yeah, so we are about to wrap up day one, and tomorrow I'm gonna have to drive a little bit faster, a little bit longer, because I have to be in St. Robert no later than 5, well, not 5, because I kept on thinking 5, but tomorrow I have to be in St. Robert no later than 7 o'clock, because that's when it starts. Well, no, 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. That's when it starts. So I think I have enough time to drive, because I think tomorrow I'm gonna be maybe 8 hours away or something like that. So if I start driving by 8, I should be there on time. I should be there by 4. So either or, I have to start driving early tomorrow. So all right, so I guess I'm gonna wrap the vlog here. So yeah, so like, subscribe, and share, and I'm out.